Yeah, hi. So this is Tiffany Larson from Utah, who is a social worker in the States. Tiffany's just completed the trauma sensitive yoga teacher training, and I've asked her to share a little bit of her process with us. So, hi.
Hi.
How was it? And how, more importantly, how do you feel at the end? Recognizing where you were when you first arrived. And for me, I'm also, from your personal perspective, I'm really interested to know how you found it, but also from the perspective of how you get to share this as a social worker moving forward. What does this all mean for you?
Well, I wanted to come to this training. I was looking for something that would give me a felt experience. I had been reading a lot of material about trauma-informed therapy and different mind-body approaches to treating trauma. And when I read that information, it really resonated with me, but I had a really hard time knowing what to do with that and knowing what that meant for me and really integrating that into my life. It felt very in my head and just very intellectual and academic. But I had kind of started this journey of trying different experiences in those areas, and one of those was yoga. And I had experience with mindfulness and meditation in New Zealand, and I wanted to try yoga, but I was really apprehensive. I've been quite self-conscious of my body and feeling really inadequate and really, really disconnected from myself and from my body. And so I wanted to have an experience so that I could, if I ever taught or if I ever did a private practice or counseling, then I would be teaching from a place of experience and not just regurgitating what I read in a book. Because that had been done to me to some extent, and I didn't feel like there was, at some level it was helpful to understand, but it left me with well, now what do I do with it? So the process of this training for me has been one of really getting to know myself, which sounds very ephemeral, very ambiguous, but genuinely getting used to my body and realizing how much I had disconnected and how much I live in my head. And through this training, I feel like I've been able to reconnect with myself and not establishing necessarily self-love from trying to talk myself in or give myself rational reasons to care about myself, but feeling connected with my body, and that it wasn't this separate entity from my mind and wasn't this thing I need to battle to conquer or control. It was part of me, and it was trying to tell me things, and I wasn't listening. And so for me, it was oh, I don't need to distrust my body. I can trust the information that I'm getting, and so I can also trust myself. And there's a measure of confidence that comes from that, and healing that comes from that, when I've spent so much of my life distrusting myself and second guessing and looking to a lot of outside resources to guide my behavior and to try and, like I said, control and fit myself into a certain box. So this process has been really healing for me, just because I feel like I can move out of what's the right way, what's the wrong way, what should I be doing, what's this perfectionistic drive that guides my behaviors, kind of giving space so that I can let go of some of that to just pay attention to what am I feeling, and allowing it to be there instead of just stuffing it and suppressing it and soldiering on and ignoring everything that my body is telling me. And so for me, again, it's just been this process of a genuine felt experience. I think I can leave here and not feel like I have to watch 100 videos about how to do yoga and not have to read a ton of books about how to do it. And I can just wake up in the morning and do my practice, and my mind and body will kind of manifest the answers, and the emotions and the things that I need to understand and that I need to feel, and that I can trust myself. I can be my own solution. And then as for working with others, I think one of the things in the past that's been hard for me working with people, and why I had taken a real step back, was that I did feel like I had this expectation for myself to really help people. I really care about them, but I didn't have that knowledge for myself. I knew I didn't have that experience for myself, and so how can I teach something I don't understand for myself? Like, it's just regurgitating information from a book, and it felt disingenuous, and I felt like panic around it, and I didn't feel like that was fair or right or ethical. So for me, being able to know and understand myself means that I can come from a genuine place of helping others. I've walked this path. I'm still walking this path, and I'm not going to have all of their answers, but I know for myself that these tools can help them find their own answers. And that's what that's where I would like to take that eventually. It's just helping people see that they don't need somebody else to necessarily dictate their entire life, and they don't need to attain to perfection, but they can be at home in their own skin. They can peacefully embody their own person. And I know that's true, because that's been my experience. And that's like the most valuable thing that I think any person can have, is just the ability to peacefully embody themselves.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, I'm so proud of you. Like, both of you have done so much work. You've done so well, and I feel like you're leaving with something that's authentic, right? Like, you're even when you're sharing, like you're sharing from a place of truth. You're not sharing from a place of mind. It's very much within yourself. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for the vulnerability of being videoed as well, and just talking to everyone. But I'm very proud of you.
And I just want to say, like, too, as a testament to you, like, that I came in. It is scary to come into a place and to not know what you're gonna find in the rest of the group or with your teacher. Like, there's a certain amount of trust that you just take to take the leap and come. But this has been a safe place to me from, well, I won't say from like day one, because there was still a lot of like my own resistance, but there was enough safety that I felt like, as time went on, I could really just let my walls down and feel like I was being held, so that I could learn how to hold myself. That's invaluable. There's no way that I would have done any of this had this not been a safe place, and had you not been a safe person, and the rest of the group been safe as well.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.